Friday Night Live. All right, I wanted to do this yesterday, but I wasn't too great yesterday, so I'm going to do it today. Somebody posed a question to me yesterday, and it's a really, really good question. So I'm just going to give my opinion on this. And their question is what does the truth look, sound, and feel like to you? And I was like, wow, that's really profound. That's really sort of out there, because there are a lot of truths that we want to believe. There's a lot of truths that we don't believe. And my sort of feedback to that is whenever you talk about truth, you have to also talk about beliefs. Okay, and it's like this person also said to me that one of the few people that can see the three sides of the coin. So whenever you're thinking about truths, think about beliefs. So just because you may believe something doesn't make it true. Just because you think something's true doesn't mean that you believe it. Okay, so it's kind of a triple-edged sword. I can't say double-edged sword anymore, otherwise I'm going to be contradicting myself. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the silly little hairs gone. All right, so my thing to that is do I think do I think there's a truth in God? And the answer is no. Do I believe there's an entity out there? Yes. All right. So and then you can go with I'm probably going to get myself wrong, but I won't say the name. But do I believe there is a CV19 out there? Yes. Do I think the CV19 is true? Yes. Do I believe it's as bad as they're making out? No. Okay. So this is where the truths and the beliefs come into play, because your beliefs don't have to match your truths and vice versa. The thing with truths and beliefs is there's always two sides. There's two sides to the story, and then there's the middle ground. Now, the middle ground is what I would call the, maybe the judge, jury, and executioner. All right. So you've got your plaintiff and you've got your defendant, etc. And what they're saying is what they believe is true. All right. And they're people defending them. Their solicitors defending them, and they have to believe that what they're saying is true, even though it might not be. All right. So you got these solicitors, you got these people defending somebody. Whether they're right or wrong is irrelevant. Okay. One guy says, my client committed murder. No, my client didn't commit murder. Another guy says, yes, he did. Okay. Well, then what happens is both sides give their argument. Both sides give what they think is true as to why this person either did or didn't. And then the person in the middle, the judge, the jury, and the executioner. Well, the judge is generally the executioner as well. But if there's a jury involved, then there's an extra sort of side to that. There's a backup to the third side. Those people will then make a decision based on what they believe is true. Okay, it's like if somebody lies to you, for example, and with what's going on right now, Mr. Hancock, etc. Do we believe that this has happened? Well, yes, because we've seen proof of it and it's all over the news. Does he want it to be true? No. Does he know it's true? Yes. So this is where truths and beliefs can conflict. But that doesn't mean to say that because what you think is true and what you believe is right, or what your beliefs are, that doesn't make you a bad person. Because your truths and beliefs might be different to my truths and beliefs. That's what makes us amazing, because we are humans. I'm all right, Jace. How you doing, man? You all right? So yeah, that's what makes us amazing as people, because we're all individual. We're unique people. One of the things that I like to try to do with my life is to, I use the KISS theory. There's two ways to do it. You can either say keep it short and simple, or you can keep it simple, stupid. And I like to have a bit of a simple life these days. my life before was very, very complicated, you know, and it's just got a little bit more streamlined, if you like, where I know where I'm at. You know, there was a lot of truth, there was a lot of belief, there was a lot of lies, there was a lot of crap. But now, you know, and I'm gonna put this all on Mind. You know, you know, it's almost like like an awakening kind of point in life. You know, did I ever want? Hey up, Kazza. Yes, Mindy, it's your Karen. I don't know why, Karen, but she has some kind of onus over you. You know, she believes you are hers, even though it might not be true. See what we did there? So yeah, you know, it's what was I going to say? If I go back maybe 12, 18 months, 2 years, did I believe I would ever, you know, have contentment or have some kind of happiness in my life? No, I actually didn't. I thought that my truth right there was turmoil, was you know, doing what I was doing, flitting from pillar to post. That's not how it is these days. So my beliefs are now changed into, you know, my truths are now, you know, complete opposite of what was true then. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm confusing myself or confusing you. So, you know, just what your truths and your beliefs are can cloud you a little bit. But this is where you've got to look at the three sides to the coin, the three sides to the argument. You've got to step back, you've got to gain perspective. You've got to be the photographer of your own artistic life. Wow, now that was profound. That was like, ooh. So you have to refocus at some points. You have to maybe stop and take stock of certain things. You know, every day is a new opportunity, as they say. You know, if yesterday was bad, all right, as an example for me, yesterday was a bit of a bad day, all right, one of those days. And did I believe today would be better? Well, yeah, of course. Is it true that today's better? Well, yeah, it is now because I'm living that. I'm in that. All right. Just when you are differentiate between the two, because there is two, they are different entities altogether. You got to take a look. And what I would say with truths and beliefs is put emotion to one side, because we always buy on emotion. What I would say is to define the logic in there. So this is where you got to put logic into play. Now, logic is only probably 10% of our purchases, which I'm probably going to contradict myself later on in videos, because I believe that we are 100%, we buy on emotion. But you got to, when it comes to truth, all right, this is it then. The truth is the logic. The belief is the emotion. So whenever you're looking at, you know, what do you think, you know, how do you see, hear, smell, taste, feel? What do you think truth looks like? Well, that's up to you to determine. It's a bit like these guys that are in, you know, I got Minnie to do a bit of research. Like, well, she wanted to do it actually. You know, she's a bit of a research nut when it comes to things. You know, ask Google everything. So there's these guys in Manchester, and they're saying that, you know, there's a certain organisation that are teaching kids to do things to themselves, whereas when it's being looked into, they're not actually teaching that. They are just explaining how it works, kind of thing. All right. So they're not saying, you know, here 4-year-old, go off and do this. You know, it's age relevant. They're just saying, so what they believe is what they think is true, but when you look into it and go to the logic side of things, and the reason that they believe it so much is because they are so emotional about it, and they are so wrapped up in that world. But then they fail to look at the logic side of things, which makes them, you know, they're not 100% right. They're probably 50% right, but 50% right is still 50% wrong. So truths and beliefs are very different. So if ever you're sort of in a quandary, or you're sort of looking at yourself and you're thinking, what's true in this world? What's true in my life? That's the logic. You know, it comes to what you actually believe. You know, the belief is probably the majority of things. You know, so if somebody, for example, if somebody is, and I'm guilty of this, if somebody is lying to you, they are telling you their truth. They want you to believe them, even though they don't believe it themselves. But then your logic says that's not true. Your belief system may take over and say, well, I want it to be true, but, you know, I just don't feel it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? So that's the thing about truths and beliefs. It's a pretty short video. It's pretty straight to the point. There's no complexities to it. If you look at truth as logic, and that's this part that makes you want to believe things, and then you've got the belief system, which is the emotional part. So it's, you know, my heart says one thing, my head says another, that kind of thing. That's truth and belief. That's how I would interpret it anyway. Mindy's gone to sleep. Do you want to look? Oh no, she's not asleep. She is now. You ready? No, she's not anymore. You ready? She's keeping her eyes up. You know, so if you want to, if you guys want to talk about this further, then please feel free. I mean, it's a pretty simple thing. Hard to do, easy to explain, and that's just again my opinion. You guys might have, you know, it's like if somebody, if this person who asked me this question yesterday asked a different person, they may get a different answer based on what that person believes is true. Minnie's had a hard day, bless her. Has she now? Oh, so she's actually been at your house today. Now out with the boyf. So yeah, you know, that's basically it. And I'm gonna love you and leave you there. I'll probably post this under Truths and Beliefs on the channel. Don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, go to the subscriptions and click it. You don't have to get notifications. Please give thumbs up or thumbs down to videos. It's much appreciated. It's strange that there are only 4 or 5 subscribers. All right, 4 subscribers to the channel. The Bearded Opinion. And it's just a picture of a beard and an exclamation mark. But yet there's, you know, 40, 50, 60 views per video so far, which I find strange. Well, I don't find it strange. I know who it is. I know why they're watching. And I know why they're giving thumbs down. It's because I have an opinion and it doesn't match theirs. I'm going to be fighting this for a while. So yeah. So truths and beliefs. Truth, logic. Belief, emotion. That's the Bearded Opinion.